Hello. Continuing on with Yale Vision videos, we're going to talk about the Administration tab today. This is where you deal with all account settings, portal accounts, email subscriptions, view your equipment, maintain checklists, operator assignments, and operator records. Starting off by clicking on the Administration tab, defaults you to Account Management. This is where you can add, suspend, or modify portal accounts. If you want to make some modifications to a portal account, you just click on the portal accounts that you want to modify. Company details, you can add those things. Each case, you need to click the update after you're done. This is where you could reset the password for the individual if you like. Permission details, this is where you could provide additional or take away permissions. And the branding, don't worry about checking the branding requirement. Dual branding would cause you to, if you had email alerts, to get 2 email subscriptions, one in Heister and one in Yale. Moving on to setting up a new account. This top login data is already set up for you. You would type in each field that is asterisk is a must fill. So first, last name, country, whatever country you reside in, time zone, put the time zone in. 2 fields that aren't required that you might want to change is changing to US dollars and imperial. This is where you would type in your username. The username is a email format. We do suggest that it's a legitimate email. In case we ever need to reset your password, the system generates a password and sends it to you. Type in the password, confirm it. This is where the permissions you want them to utilize. The top level, if you select that, is a select all, or you can just go in and select each box in particular. When you're done, create account. That creates an account. Going on to email subscriptions. This is where you would click on the account that you want to set up emails to receive email subscriptions. Scroll down. If you see no data available, that means they currently do not have any email alerts subscribed. Click the new email alert. This is your list of trucks. You see it showing me right here with the first 10 of 30 entries. If you want to change that, you go up here to the show 10, down arrow, go to 50. I'm now seeing all 30 trucks on one page. Why I'm saying that to you is this box appears as select all. If you select it, it only does it for the first page. If you scroll to the second page, then you would have to select it again. If you did the 30, you now can see all trucks, and you could say select. That's true on all other pages within the portal. Email type, hit the down arrow. Here's a list of all the email subscriptions. A few of the popular ones in the field: checklist faults or lockout, impact registered critical, shutdown, PM service due. Click on the one you want. Select your truck or trucks. These occurrences Do not reoccur just means that it's going to send you an email once and that's it. Add email alert. Now you see the email that you just did. Don't worry if you made a mistake or you want to suspend it. You can click the suspend action. It'll actually suspend the subscription, or you can click select the delete, confirm the delete, and then the email subscriptions deleted. Going on to equipment. This is your list of trucks that you have at your facility. Click on one of the trucks. The product ID and the serial number are unique to the portal and cannot be changed. The equipment name, asset ID, and service ID, you can change to something that's meaningful to you. This is where you would do it. Select the truck, scroll down, here's your equipment name, asset ID, service ID, make those modifications, select update. That's on the identification detail. Status detail, this is the last time the truck connected to the portal, the last use date and time. These two dates should be the same. If not, please contact telemetry support and we'll help you out with possible comm issues. Then the last driver, if you have level 2 or above and card readers enabled, you would have operator with their badge number, and then the last 6 positions are service meters that are passed from the truck. Scrolling on down to checklist configuration, select a truck, scroll down, you have 4 tabs. The View Checklist tab actually shows you the checklist that is currently loaded on the truck. The Edit Checklist tab is where you modify your checklist or create one for the first time. If you want to change a question, just double-click it, comes up. You can come in here and type anything you like. All fields must be submitted, and then click Update. If you want to delete it, just hit the minus sign, hit the plus sign. This is for a new question. Type it in, enter in your correct and incorrect responses. What do you want to do on an incorrect response? Is this a lockout question? What a lockout is on a pre-start question, if they answer it incorrectly and the lockout box is enabled, it will not allow the truck to start. If it's a post-start question, it'll cause the truck to shut down. And then add the question. Once you've finished modifying or creating your checklist, going on the operator assignment, as the checklist, so click on your truck, scroll down. The view assignment is the current operator assignment that is loaded to the trucks. So this is a list of card numbers, badge numbers, that will be granted access onto the truck. The view, of course, this is the current assignment. The edit, this is where you could deselect or select individuals and submit assignment. When you're done, once you've edited that assignment, the status will change to pending, waiting for the next time the truck connects to the portal. Replicate assignment. Once you get an assignment that you like, You can click the Replicate Assignment tab, select trucks, click Submit. It then replicates that operator assignment to those selected trucks. So once again, you only have to maintain it in one location. Going on to PM service configuration. Select your truck. This is a two-step process. You have to come in, set up a service type first. So we'll call this PM500. Key it on the service meter, being 500, saying submit. Now that you have the service type set up for this truck, then you need to go to the Tools tab, go over to PM Service Records, select that truck, provide us some time. We're just looking for service records. We don't see any. We shouldn't, because this is the first time you're setting them up. We need to add that initial one to start the clock. So we add, there's our service type, excuse me. Collect the date. You can type in first and last name, job number if you want. This is just the initial start record. And click submit. Now that 500-hour window or clock starts. We're now at mile 0, working towards that 500. And then when the mileage is hit, so the PM's ready to be performed, perform your service and enter in another service record. That's PM's configuration. Going back into system configuration, this is our settings file to the truck. So we click on select our truck, scroll down. This is where we can enable or disable card reader or checklist, modify our timeouts, display options on the display, as well as set up thresholds for impacts. Card reader, enable, disable. These first 3 boxes is if you have level 3, you would possibly want to check those to show when someone swipes that they granted access, and it shows the card number that was swiped, as well as deny access. Go on to checklist, enable, disable. Here's our checklist frequency. How often do we want to present a checklist? Once per shift, every 12 hours, etc. If you enter once per shift, here you have to enter in shift times. It's only start shift times, and it is in military. And then here is checklist operator option. Do we want it presented once a shift, every operator change, or once per operator per shift? And here's our check-in boxes for apply lockout and apply time limit. We would suggest entering those. Your timeouts, these are our default timeouts that we have set. FM2, this we want to show in imperial or in standard times. And then impacts. This is your buzz and visual on impact registered. These first 3 values here, you really should be left alone. This is the starting of your reporting, the full logging horizontal and vertical. You can modify these checklist options. This is the first place where if an impact occurs at this level or above, it'll actually be reported and you could see it in the impact summary report. These next two thresholds, horizontal and vertical, are those shutdown values. They won't take effect unless this button, this enable impact shutdown, is checked, is enabled. This is the timeout in seconds from once a impact shutdown threshold has been reached in the amount of seconds before the truck shuts down. One thing to remember is after that time period has expired, if the truck is going greater than a quarter mile an hour, it will continue to run until the truck is going a quarter mile an hour or less. Then it'll shut down for safety reasons. Leave the algorithm filter alone, and then hit save settings once you've made all your changes. And then you'll have a pending value field waiting for the next time the truck to connect. Moving on to operator. This is where you store operator records or create them. You have two modes. You can do one by one or many at a time. To set up a new operator one at a time, come in, enter in a card number. Facility code is a must-fill. It's a numeric field. Most people don't utilize it. They key on card number. You go ahead, enter in the code, first and last name, access type. Is this an operator or a technician / supervisor? The main difference between these is technician access resets shutdown scenarios and does not normally, by default, get presented a checklist. That is something that you can change in the settings file. Provide license number, date issued, expiration if you wish. Operator training, when's that initial training, when it was done, date and time, and then training interval. If it's once a year, it's 365 days. This is actually a fairly important, you should try to put in that operator training on each operator record. There's several reports as well as email subscriptions that key off of operator training. Excuse me. Equipment assignment, you want to assign them to equipment, so you would say yes. It gives you your list of trucks. There again, we have 1 of 10, the first 10. You select the trucks and then register operator. That does two things. Creates an operator record for you as well as updates the operator assignment for those selected trucks, which will take effect the next time the truck connects to the portal and downloads those operator assignments. Going on to impact mini operators, import operators, you download the file template, which is an Excel spreadsheet. The first 6 columns, A through F, are must fill. Echo ID is a unique numeric identifier, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each row must be unique, so 1, 2, 3. First name, last name, card number, facility code, that's that numeric field, and then access type is either O for operator or T for technician. Go ahead and save that file. After you've entered in all your operators, one per row, choose your file on your desktop and click upload. Then it just loaded a bulk upload of all those operators you have on the file. Every once in a while you'll have operators that come up, say, hey, my badge isn't working, I lost my badge, it's damaged. You would click on that operator once you've assigned them a new card, and this is where you would enter in that new number and then click update. This is also where you, for instance, let's say that this operator now, you want to make them a technician access. you would change their access type and click Update. This is also where you would update any other items you would like to, licensing detail updates, operator training, or if you wanted to make changes to the pieces of equipment they can operate, you'd click on the operator equipment assignment, come in here, update the assignment by selecting or deselecting pieces of equipment and saying update equipment assignment. Moving on to operator bulk assignment. This is for your site. Actually click on the select your site, scroll down, provide you a full list of available operators and available equipment. Select a piece of a truck. Let's say we have some temporary workers I just added. I'll go ahead and select those, select the trucks I want them to utilize, and then say add operators to selected equipment. What that'll do is that'll take those selected operators and add them to the operator assignment that's currently loaded to the selected equipment. On the replace operators, what you would do is you would select those individuals, select the trucks, the only trucks you want them to use, and then click replace assignment. What it'll do is any assignments they were currently assigned to, it'll modify and take them off, as well as they will be the only operators that will be assigned to those selected trucks. Fuel cell equipment. This is a new feature. We currently don't have any fuel equipment to show you on the portal. If you have some fuel cell management, if you've purchased some fuel cell, please call into telemetry support at either the phone number or the email that's just been displayed on the screen, and we can help you set that up. If you have any questions as you go along through the videos, feel free to reach out to telemetry support. Thank you, and have a good day.